Let's talk some high school wrestling here with head coach John Stout from Southern Regional High School. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Great.
Before we get started, let's clear something up. Who was cooler in high school, me or you?
Absolutely you, man.
Oh.
Not even close.
Come on, man. You were the big wrestling star. I was a nobody.
Nah.
Crazy to think about, man. It's almost been 30 years since we graduated.
It's I was just talking about it the other day with somebody. It's really kind of crazy. I haven't keep going to college now, and it's I don't know what happened. It's there.
Well, hopefully we've both aged pretty well.
I hope so.
You still probably roll around with the guys right in the room. Did they not know you were a big star in high school?
They fun of me. Every time we go up to Lacey, they'll find that picture hanging on the wall, and they'll take a picture of it, and they'll bust my chops about it a little bit, But it's now too much. Now I'm just kind of the guy that yells in the room now.
Your brother was an awesome wrestler in high school too. I was telling Nick, he really blew up. He went from like 135 to 170 from some sophomore to junior year, and just became a monster his last 2 years.
Yeah, well, we were, that was back in the days where they used to let you cut weight a little bit, and yeah. These kids now, they think if they miss, if they miss lunch, they're dying, so it's not the same thing anymore.
What was it like growing up with Brian? I mean, you guys must have been going at it since like 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah, well, he's my little brother, so it's like he's my best friend, so
Yep.
it was awesome. The problem is, I miss the guy every day. He's out there in Pittsburgh, so it's hard to be that far away from him. But it was awesome. You had your best friend and your best workout partner, and we had that built-in competition every day. But it wasn't a nasty competition. It was just making each other better as much as we could.
It must be really cool for you, John, and both your guys' families. I mean, his son, I think, was a PA state champ, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now your son's a senior, and
he's his oldest boy is the starting 197 pounder for University of Pittsburgh. Right now, my guy is going to University of Pennsylvania next year. He has a junior right now who we're trying to convince him to go to the University of Pennsylvania. Hopefully that transpires as well.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then he has a younger boy who's a freshman, who's a very, very good wrestler. And we'll see what we can do with him too. And then I have a younger guy he's only in 7th grade right now. We'll see what happens with that.
So you got some pretty good wrestling bloodlines going there for the next generation.
I hope so. Yes.
What's it been like the last couple of years coaching your son? I mean, he's an outstanding wrestler for you and making a name for himself at Southern, and obviously going to be a college wrestler. So that's got to be a great thing to be able to coach your son and have all those times together during the high school career.
It's very difficult. I'll be honest with you. He's a fantastic young man. He really is. I've from the time he was little, when we got in a wreck, these guys were pretty smart about kind of keeping a distance between him and I, and them coaching him a lot. I kind of coached from the outside and kind of told them what I wanted, kind of thing. So it wasn't coming directly from me to him, and we didn't have that natural conflict. And then my wife has a rule that we're not allowed to really talk about wrestling too much when we're at home. So we don't. So it's not something that it carries. Like she, her thing was, and very smartly, she said, Johnny, is the rest of them get a break from you. He doesn't. So which was a well taken point. So. We worked it out. It was very tough in the beginning. Now he understands way more what I've been trying to do, and he's just I can't. He's really a fantastic kid. I'm very proud of him.
Talk with John Stout, head coach at Southern Regional High School Wrestling and a former classmate of mine at Lacey Township High School. And, John, what do you think about most when you think back about your high school career? It's kind of funny when I look these days, interacting with people from our grade on Facebook and stuff, and we've had a pretty successful class. I mean, a lot of people doing some good things in their lives, and like you said, it does seem like so long ago, but what are some of the memories you have from high school?
You know what I think about it all the time, and I tell people I work with all the time. I said, the thing that was unique with us in Lacey is that we had the two elementary schools, right? We had the Fork River School, and we had Lenoka Harbor School, and in fifth grade we all came together in middle school, and that you were pretty much, you knew everyone you were going to know for the rest of your life, at that point. And we just had this fantastic class where everybody was friends, and I don't know that we had any kind of nastiness or you see today you see these kids bullying each other and picking on each other. I don't remember having any of that. I don't remember anybody really being nasty to each other. I just remember everybody kind of being friends and getting along with each other, and just what a remarkable group of the kids we were fortunate enough to grow up with. Whatever, I don't know why, I don't know what it was. I just feel like our class, for whatever reason, the class that graduated in 1990, I just feel like everybody was friends. I really do. I hope I'm not discounting, and I don't mean if somebody had a bad time, I don't mean to downplay it or whatever. I just don't remember having any of that conflict and stuff like that. I just remember having a really nice time and having great relationships, and I feel like I'm friends with everybody that we went to school with.
Yeah, there was definitely some characters in that grade, and people just went into a lot of different areas of work and life and business. And one guy who I always have a lot of fun when I see him is Tommy, who does the ice, Tom and D's Italian ice truck. So Tommy Mahon, he's a fun dude, man.
Yeah. So, I remember he used to call the house every once in a while, and he had the Charlie Brown tune he would play on the telephone. He would just call you and he would play the Charlie Brown tune, and he'd hang up on you afterwards. It was great. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun people in that grade, and it was cool for me. I moved to Lacey during my 7th grade year from the Southern Middle School, and it was kind of cool to go through high school with all those people, and now see them all, a lot of them being successful in their lives.
Yeah, they're incredible people. Guys are awesome. The girls are all incredible. They're beautiful ladies, and and they're really nice. It was very, very fortunate to be part of that.
So, John, let's talk about last night. You guys go up against Howell, and they were on a 78-match winning streak. You guys beat them by 2, and how thrilling was that for you guys? And you lost to them last year, and I'm sure all your guys had this date's kind of circled on their calendar. Hey, we're going to get some revenge against Howell, and really everything kind of fell the way you wanted it to, from winning the coin flip to being able to dictate the matchups.
Yeah, so it's funny you use the word revenge, because we talked about that, revenge means that, somebody did something wrong to you, and then, and there was no revenge. It wasn't a revenge type of feeling. It was, they didn't do anything wrong. They won a wrestling match last year. That's what you're supposed to do. So we weren't bitter in that sense. We used the word reckoning. It's the settlement of something. The settlement of what these seniors wanted to do and how they wanted to complete their season and their careers. And like I said to them before we came out of the doors last night, it's the last wrestling match you're ever going to wrestle in this gym. How you want to go? Let's find out, and then, we found out. It was a really great experience. Anytime you go up against a great wrestling team, it's going to go one way or the other, obviously, and to come out on the good end of it, it's a great feeling. But you give all the credit in the world to Howell, who 78 matches, win straight. That's incredible. That's incredible. It wasn't part of our focus to stop that. We weren't thinking about that thing. But it makes a good story. But we're very proud to have beaten them. Yes.
Talk with John Stout. He's the head coach of the Southern Wrestling team. And Coach, it's got to be a great feeling when you're leading a program and to see guys really rise to the occasion and step up in a moment in that kind of situation. You never know how a high school kid's going to react to a big match like that, even when they are, seasoned varsity wrestlers. But it must be so thrilling for you and your coaching staff to see these guys bout after bout after bout just working their tails off, getting bonus points when they need to, staying off their backs, every little thing you need a guy to do that you've been working so hard for all season, to kind of see that all come together in one match. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, that's what your focus is on a match, on a week before a match like this, right? You work as a coaching staff, which, by the way, I have the best coaching staff in the state of New Jersey. I mean, that goes without saying. And these guys are an incredible group of guys. They work their asses off. Well, I don't know if I can say that, but they're really just an incredible group of individuals. They're very, very passionate, and they work very hard. And I got to thank them. None of this would happen without them. That's the first thing. But this is kind of week where that's what you focus on, right? You focus on not going out of bounds, circling back to the middle, scoring points on the edge of the mat, scoring points in the end of the period, scoring points where the guys don't have a chance to respond, and that's what you do, and riding guys out for the last 10, 15, 20 seconds of a match, of a period, those things. And, over years, those are the things that you learn to focus on, because those are match enders. Those are things that, and you, like you said, you're talking about, you're dealing with amateur athletes, you're not dealing with professionals. So if you can, you get that psychological advantage at the end of those periods and things like that, that makes a big difference.
John, we appreciate you taking a few minutes. Congratulations on the win last night. Good luck on Sunday, and congrats on all your success there as the head coach of the Southern Regional Wrestling Program. And good luck on Sunday. We'll see you at Regions, buddy.
Thank you, Dave.